Hi everyone, welcome to Study with Akshay, and this is Akshay. In this particular video, we are going to deal with trigonometric identities. So what is the meaning of trigonometry? The word trigonometry means something which deals with the study of measurements of triangles. In other words, it's said as games played with the measurement of right angle triangles. So before getting started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit on the bell icon to get regular notifications. Let's get started by reviewing or by recapping few concepts which we have learned in class 9. So here I will be toggling between two windows. One will be a PPT window and other one will be my video window. So both the windows I will only be sharing over there. So you can keep a watch on both the windows. So yeah, first are trigonometric ratios. What are these ratios? That means if it is in a form of P upon Q format, then it is called as a ratio or a rational number. Okay, so let's start with first two ratios now. First one is sine. It is indicated as SIN, and it is given by perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. I indicate perpendicular as P and hypotenuse as H. Okay, so in other way around, it is given as BC divided by AC. Right? Yeah, this we are all aware of. Let's see in our shared window also. Is that the same? Yeah. Sine is given by perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Next ratio is cosine. Next ratio is cosine. It is represented as COS. It is given by base divided by hypotenuse. So henceforth, the other way around is AB divided by AC is known as cosine. Is that the same in our shared window also? Let's check it out. Base divided by hypotenuse. Yeah. Next two ratios are tangent, which is also called as tan. It is given by perpendicular by base. In other way, it is given by BC divided by AB. Okay, is that the same? Let's check it over. Tangent is given by perpendicular by base. This we have already learned in our class 9. So I'm moving a bit fast over here. Few concepts which are new for us, we can spend time over there. Next, we have cotangent, indicated as COT. We usually call it as cot, which is given by base by perpendicular, which is equal to AB by BC. Let's see, is the same? Yeah, it is the same. Next two ratios. Secant. Secant is just given by hypotenuse divided by base. Secant is given by hypotenuse divided by base. So the other way around is AC divided by AB. Next function or the ratio, cosecant. I did not express here. It is represented as SCC. Here it is represented as COSEC. Hypotenuse by perpendicular, which is nothing but AC divided by BC. Let's see these two in the shared width. Hope you can go through the concept. Hope the concept is clear and you have go through it. Let's move with the next concept, that is relation between different trigonometric ratios and trigonometric identities. Ratio in turn refers to trigonometric identities. Under that, first one what we have over here is reciprocal relation. So let's start with the reciprocal relation. So here we will be taking sine of this angle, particularly angle A, as perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. And I will take cosecant of the angle as cosecant of the angle as hypotenuse by perpendicular. Angle A here refers to. Okay. So when you look at this, you will see these two are reciprocal of each other. So let's take it as 1 and this as 2. Then let's say from 1 and 2, sine A is equal to 1 by cosecant A. Or the other way around can be told as cosecant A equals 1 by sine A. Okay, one thing, whatever I write on the board is not just for your examination, it's just for your understanding sake. So whatever is displayed on the screen will be only for your examination sake. So I would better say copy both the things so that it is easier for you to understand as well as easier for you to score. Okay. Let's go with the next one. The next one is cos A is equal to base by hypotenuse in this case. And we know secant A is equal to hypotenuse by base. Are these two reciprocals? Yes, they are reciprocal. Equation 1 and equation 2. So now let's consider from 1 and 2. Cos A can also be represented as 1 by secant A, or the other way around. Secant A can also be represented as 1 by cos A. This is the next reciprocal relation. Let's see in the window. Yeah, this is the second reciprocal relation. Let's go with the third one. Let's go with the third one. Third reciprocal relation is said tan A as perpendicular by base and cot A as base by perpendicular, right? So are these two reciprocals? Yes, they are reciprocals, and then we will consider this as equation 1 and equation 2. Let's say from 1 and 2, tan A can also be written as 1 by cot A, or the other way around, cot A can be written as 1 by tan A. You can now see it on the display screen. Hope all the reciprocal relations are clear. Next, let's start with quotient relation. Okay. So over here, we can say sine A has perpendicular by hypotenuse and cos A as base by hypotenuse. Right. We'll consider this as equation 1, this as equation 2. Okay. Then from 1 and 2, let's say sin A by cos A can be written as perpendicular by hypotenuse into 1 by cos A. What is 1 by cos A? Since we have learned in reciprocal what is 1 by cos A, 1 by cos A is nothing but secant A. Secant A is nothing but hypotenuse by base. So with our basic knowledge of mathematics, hypotenuse gets cancelled and then perpendicular by base will be left. What is this perpendicular by base? It is nothing but tan A. Therefore, we can say tan A equals sin A by cos A. Tan A equals sin A by cos A. Let's see, is that the same? Yeah. Let's go with the second quotient relation. So I have kept it as such, these two. Again from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Cos A by sin A, let's say. Cos A by sin A. Cos A is nothing but base by hypotenuse. And sin A is nothing but perpendicular by base. When you take reciprocal, perpendicular by hypotenuse, I'm sorry. When you take the reciprocal, you'll get hypotenuse by perpendicular. Or you can take 1 by sin as cosecant. Cosecant is nothing but hypotenuse by perpendicular. Any way around, if you take, you'll get it. With our common knowledge of mathematics, hypotenuse gets cancelled and will be left over with base by perpendicular. Base by perpendicular, which is nothing but cot A. Therefore, cot A equals cos A divided by sin A. This is our second quotient relation. Let's see in the toggle window. Is that correct? Yeah, it is correct. If all these are clear, let's move further with next type of relation as square relation. So under square relation, let's consider sin A equals perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos A equals base by hypotenuse. Okay. Then let's take sin square A plus cos square. Sin square A plus cos square A. That means sin AD whole square plus cos AD whole square. So in that case, it will be perpendicular by hypotenuse the whole square plus base by hypotenuse the whole square. Right? Yeah. Then let's remove the bracket. Perpendicular square by hypotenuse square plus base square by hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse square can be taken as the common LCM over here. I'll take hypotenuse square as the common LCM. Hypotenuse square. Okay. As per the Pythagoras theorem, perpendicular square plus base square is nothing but hypotenuse square itself. So for that one, I will write as per Pyth. Pyth here refers to Pythagorean theorem. Perpendicular square plus base square equals hypotenuse square. Let's substitute this result over here, which is equal to hypotenuse square by hypotenuse square, which is equal to 1. So therefore, we have got a standard identity over here. What is that standard identity? I will erase the top portion and write it over here. Write the standard identity over here. I'll erase this much and write the standard identity. Sin square A plus cos square A equals 1. Okay? Proving part, nowhere in the examination they will ask how did you get sin square A plus cos square A equals 1. If they ask also, the methodology how I have proven by taking a triangle and proving it would be sufficient enough. But what is the result required for solving all the numerical problems even in the exam as far as exercise, examples, pre-board question paper, everything is only the formula which is displayed on the screen right now. Okay? So this makes a first square relation as well as this becomes the first trigonometric identity. Okay? This is the only trigonometric identity as far as mathematics is concerned. But as per the Selena textbook, there are 2 more identities. I don't say those 2 are identities. Rather, I say those 2 are standard expressions. Standard expressions which does not change. Okay? So here, for all the purpose, this one remains like this. Right? I'm sorry for this. These are called identities as per the Selena text. So next one, let's go with the next one. So let's take tan A. Tan A has, let's take tan A has perpendicular by B. 1 plus tan square A is what? 1 plus tan square A will be 1 plus tan AD whole square. So 1 plus P by B the whole square. 1 plus P square divided by B square. Okay? I have not purposefully erased this result because over here also in this function or in the standard result also, we will be using the same result what we have got over here. So I have not erased the Pythagorean result. So here upon taking LCM, which implies B square plus P square divided by B square. B square plus P square is nothing but H square. So I will write it over here. H square divided by B square. H square, H by B is nothing but, what is it? It is nothing but secant. H by B is nothing but secant. Hypotenuse by base is nothing but secant. So secant square A, because they are squared over here. Secant A is squared, so it is known as secant square A. Okay? That does not mean that only secant is square, A is not square. No. While expressing in trigonometry, we express it as secant square A, which implies secant AD whole square. Right? Let's see the same thing in the window. And same over here, repeat. Proof they have not asked till today. how you got this result, right? They are just based on the formula which is displayed on the screen. Only those things have been asked. The numericals based on those formulas are asked. So if in case they ask how to prove this also, I have taught you how to prove. Okay. If that is done, let's move with the third square relation or the third standard result. I will take cot A as base by perpendicular. 1 plus cos square A will be done. 1 plus cot A the whole square. 1 plus base square divided by perpendicular square. Okay. So then base square divided by perpendicular square plus 1 upon taking LCM, perpendicular square plus base square divided by perpendicular. Perpendicular square plus base square is nothing but hypotenuse square as per Pythagorean theorem. So hypotenuse square divided by perpendicular square. Hypotenuse by perpendicular is nothing but cosecant. So cosecant square A is this. Cosecant square A, which implies cosecant A the whole square. Okay. Again, here also no proof will be asked for this. How you got 1 plus cos square A equals cosecant square A? No one will ask. If in case they ask, you have to prove it by this method. Go through the square relation. If all are done with this concept of square relations, let's start with trigonometric complementary angles. So here, what is the meaning of complementary angles basically? Complementary angle means the angle which is on the other side. This angle, I will call this angle as, I will take it as, what can I consider? I can consider this angle as theta. I'll consider this angle as theta. So this angle is called as complementary angle of this. That means the sum of these two angles are 90 degrees. The sum of the two angles are 90 degrees, then the angles are said to be complementary angles. Okay. So for angle A, let's find all the complementary angles for angle A. Angle A is over here an acute angle. So better if I say for an acute angle, that is A, sine complementary angle for acute angle A is 90 minus 90 degrees minus A, which will be sine theta. Basically, it will be sine theta itself. 90 minus A is given as cos A. How is it cos A? For this angle, sine of 90 minus A means this will be the perpendicular and this will be the hypotenuse. This will be the perpendicular and this will be the hypotenuse. With reference to angle A, this will be the base and this will be the hypotenuse. So cos A, it will be base by hypotenuse will be nothing but sine 90 minus A. Right. Next, cos 90 minus A is given as sine A. Why it is? 90 minus A will be this. For this, angle cos will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. That is nothing but sine of this angle. For this angle, this becomes the base and this becomes the perpendicular. Cos means this will become base by hypotenuse, cos 90 minus A, this will become base by hypotenuse. With respect to angle A, this is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So sin A. Similarly, we can write tan 90 minus A as cot A, cot 90 minus A as tan A, secant 90 minus A as cosecant A, cosecant 90 minus A as secant A. So all these are few complementary angles which we have dealt with. So let's see the same. Six complementary angles we have. If the trigonometric ratios are done, then for the complementary angles, then we can move ahead with using trigonometric tables how to find the angle, the value of the angle for the non-standard angles. So in our class 1, we have studied about standard angles that are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees, among which 0 and 90 degrees are considered as quadrant angles. So we will be learning it in higher classes. So using trigonometric table, how to find now the value of the angle. So the table which is displayed on the screen is known as natural sine. Here, the value of the angle will be from 0 degree. When an angle is 0 degree till 90 degree, there are the values, and along with the intervals between them. So before I do that, let me give a bit conversion. 1 degree equals 60 minutes. This one represents, or this dash represents degrees. Okay, then this represents minutes. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Okay, so your minutes and degrees we will be using much while dealing with it. This will become more clear when we start solving few example numericals and when we move to the exercise part. And I would suggest this part of finding the angles from using trigonometric table is not mostly asked in the class 10th level in the board examination, because once we chuck over to pre-board questions, there is not a single question based on this topic of using trigonometric table. But though they have included in the syllabus, I'm supposed to do this, and I will be doing this with the help of example numerals. So for the safer side, let me just explain over here. This table is known as natural sine. Okay. I have zoomed it. You can see over here. It starts from 0 degrees. Then it goes to 0 minutes, 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 15, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and 54 minutes. So in between them, there are some, from 0 to 6 minutes, there are 5 gaps. So those 5 gaps are filled with these mean differences given over here. So we will solve few number of questions based on this. Okay, and that's fine with this part of using trigonometric table. And similar way, we have something known as natural cosine and natural tangent. So once we speak about this, I want to inform you this one thing regarding these tables. Sine and tan both starts from 0 and it increases and it increases and it increases. Both starts from 0 and it increases. but cos starts from 1 and it decreases. Okay, so once you look at the table clearly, then you will get to know that, and once we solve the n number of problems based on this topic, we will be clear with it. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Let's come with the next video with the exercise, not with the exercise, it's with the example numerical set 1. Okay, set 1 mostly deals with the conversion using the identities, using the ratios. We will be solving that. Okay. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.